Hi students, uh, this is revision lecture 3 for class 10 and today's topic is polynomial. So in the polynomial we shall discuss some questions. So in class 10 in chapter polynomial we have to study about the geometrical representation of zeros of polynomial and division of a polynomial by another polynomial. Two zeros are given, then we have to find other zeros, the relation between the zeros of polynomial and coefficient of the polynomial. So let us begin. So first thing is geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. So in geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial, the first thing is geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. So in this particular section, we have to find geometrically how many zeros of the polynomial have. Okay. So suppose first of all understand what is the zeros. You know very well what is the zeros of polynomial. If px is a polynomial, then the value of x which satisfy the polynomial is defined as the zeros of the polynomial. So suppose we have x square minus 5x plus 6 is a polynomial. Then what are the values that satisfy this polynomial? Suppose x is equal to 2. Then suppose this is px, x equal to 2. So p2, that is putting the value of x in this polynomial, we get 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. This is 4 minus 10 plus 10. Sorry, 6. Then this is 10 minus 10 and this is 0. That means this satisfies the polynomial. That is this value of x satisfies this particular polynomial. Hence, x is equal to 2 is the x is equal to 2. That is 2 is zeros of polynomial. 2 is the zeros of polynomial. Okay. So first of all we see the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. Okay. So geometrical meaning means the number of zeros of a polynomial is nothing but the number of point of intersection of graph of polynomial on x-axis. Suppose this is the your Cartesian system y dash origin. Suppose this is our polynomial. Okay, so this particular graph is cut at x-axis on 2 points A and B. So number of zeros are nothing but 2. That means this polynomial have 2 number of zeros. Means this polynomial have 2 zeros. Okay. In the same manner, we can see another problem. So let us see. Suppose we have this type of graph, and here we have to study the real zeros. Okay, actually the polynomial have no zero. This is not a true. Every polynomial has zeros, either they are real or imaginary. So here we study about the real zeros. That's why sometimes we can say that there is no real zero. Not there is no zero, this is wrong. There is no real zeros. So suppose the graph of polynomial has this parabolic graph. So there are 2 points. So number of zeros are 2. There are 2 zeros. Okay. Similarly, maybe like this. This is also a quadratic polynomial, so there is two zeros, but both the zeros are coincide. Both the zeros are coincide to each other. That is, there is only one zero you can say. Okay. Now we proceed to the relation between the zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So see, relation between the zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. First of all, we understand what is coefficient and what are the zeros. Let ax square plus bx plus c be a polynomial, then a, b are coefficients and c are coefficients of a x square, x and constant term. Okay, so a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, okay, c is the constant term. Now suppose alpha and beta are zeros of ax square plus bx plus c, then relation between these zeros and coefficient are as alpha plus beta, that is sum of zeros is minus b by a, and alpha beta, that is product of zeros are c by a. This is for quadratic polynomial. Okay. Now for the cubic polynomial, if we see, then cubic polynomial has suppose we have given a cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, and alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of above polynomial, then alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a. Similarly, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. So please see and note it down. Okay, now see some questions based on this relation between the coefficient and zeros of the polynomial. Okay, so let us see. First question is of the type, verify the, question number 1 as verify the relation between coefficient and zeros of polynomial. Suppose we can consider polynomials, we have to consider 2 or 3 questions. And e t square minus 15, this is question from NCERT. and b x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, and suppose similarly other questions we can take. Okay, so see first one. Given equation is, given polynomial is, given polynomial is t square minus 15. Comparing with at square plus bt plus c, we get a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 50. So first of all we find the zeros of this polynomial by factorization method, and then we have to find the sum and product of its zeros by the formula. So first one is t square minus 15 is equal to this, that means t plus 15 root 15, otherwise you can write it as t square minus root 15 whole square. So this is a square minus b square, so t plus root 15 and t minus root 15. So obviously there is two zeros, alpha and beta. First zeros is minus root 15 and second zero is plus root 15. So zeros of the given polynomial is, zeros of given polynomial are t plus root 15, that is 0, t is equal to minus root 15, supposed to be this is alpha, and t minus root 15 is equal to 0, t is equal to root 15, suppose this is beta. So in this case alpha plus beta is plus root 15 minus root 15 plus root 15, and this is equal to what? 0. That means sum is 0. This is by the simply after finding alpha and beta. Product is alpha beta is equal to root 15 minus root 15 into plus root 15, and this is nothing but minus 15. So this will be get from the factorization method. Now we will find the same thing, that is sum of the zeros and product of the zeros by the formula. And what we get, you see, alpha plus beta is minus b by a, and what is b here? B is 0 by a is 1, so this is 0. So please see, this is the same. Similarly alpha beta, if you find c by a, c is minus 15 by 1, this is minus 15. So see, this one is also same. So by the formula and by the factorization method, in both case we will get the sum and product of the zeros are same, and we have to only verify that thing. That's why we can say the question is verified. The question hence verified. Okay. Now next one is x square minus, next one is x square minus 5x plus 6. So please see, next one is x square minus 5x plus 6, x square minus 5x plus 6. In this case, first of all, comparing with general quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, then a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 5 and c is equal to 6. So first of all we find the zeros of the above polynomial by the factorization method, and we find the sum and product, and then find the sum and product by the formula. So first of all by factorization method, x square minus 5x plus 6. So in this case, x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 6, x minus 3 minus 2 x minus 3. So x minus 2 and x minus 3. So obviously zeros are, x minus 2 is equal to 0, implies x is equal to 2. Supposed to be this is alpha, and x minus 3 is equal to 0. This is implies x is equal to 3. Supposed to be this is beta. So manually if we see alpha plus beta, this is 2 plus 3 and this is 5, and alpha beta, this is 2 into 3 and this is 6. And now by the formula, if you find alpha plus beta is minus b by a, and see what is b? B is minus 5. So minus of minus 5 by 1. So this is again 5. So here you see alpha plus beta by the manually, that means we after putting the zeros of the polynomial we get 5, and by the formula also we get it as a 5. So alpha beta is c by a, that means c is what here? C is 6. 6 by 1, this is 6. Hence we can say this one is verified. Hence verified. So in this manner we can do this type of problems. Now one thing is remain here. We need to find the quadratic polynomial or polynomial if sum and product of the zeros of the polynomial are given, or simply polynomials are given. Okay, so you can see here this is the formula for finding the polynomial whose sum and product are given. Suppose alpha and beta are zeros of a quadratic polynomial, then polynomial is given by following formula. What? X square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. For example, if you solve a question, find the polynomial whose sum of zeros are, find the polynomial whose sum and product of the zeros are 5 and 4. Listen carefully. Find the quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of the zeros are given by 5 and 4. So what is given here? Alpha plus beta is given 5 and alpha beta is given 4. So required polynomial is x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. So simply you put the value minus 5x plus 4. So this is x square minus 5x plus 4. But sometimes there is some confusion. Sometimes zeros of polynomial are given. Suppose find the polynomial whose zeros are 5 and 4. Listen carefully. Here sum and products are given, and now only polynomials are given 5 and 4. In this case, first of all, you see this is alpha 5 and this is beta. So first of find alpha plus beta. This is 5 plus 4, 9, and alpha beta, this is 5 into 4, this is 20. Hence the polynomial is x square minus alpha plus beta x and plus alpha beta. So this is x square minus 9x plus 20. In this case, this is the polynomial. Okay. So thank you for today. Thank you.